You've probably heard a lot about side hustles, which is finding a way to make money outside your full-time job. No matter how much time you have, there's always side hustles you can pick up to make some extra money. But side hustle opportunities are changing rapidly, and I want to share the 10 best side hustles that you can start today. Number 10 is freelance writing. Did you know that you can earn between $200 and $300 writing a blog post in a couple of hours for an established website or even a new blogger? The number one thing that websites need is writers, and now there are actually communities which we've linked to below that you can join to find your first freelance writing gigs. Everyone has to start somewhere, and it might take you a little time to build your freelance writing business, but I have many friends that now make 6 figures a year as a side hustle just writing for other websites. Number 9 is helping people. Do you like babysitting or working with pregnant mothers or working with the elderly? It's never been easier to use platforms like care.com and others to connect with people who need care work. The average care.com worker makes about $24,000 a year in their spare time. So if you're interested and passionate about helping people, check out our detailed care.com review below. Number 8 on our list is walking dogs. This is something that if you like being outside and you like pets, it's pretty easy to make $20 to $40 a day just taking a walk in your free time. You can sign up with services like Rover and get connected to people who need dog walkers near you. This is a very popular, simple side hustle to start and really get your feet wet. Number 7 is becoming a virtual assistant. As the online economy continues to explode, bloggers and influencers and creators and CEOs are looking for help managing their schedule and scheduling events and doing online research and are looking for virtual assistants. In fact, I've been looking for a virtual assistant for the past couple of weeks, and I've realized what a great side hustle opportunity it is. Did you know that you can charge on average between $20 and $40 an hour to do things like check someone's email and organize it for them? If you live on the West Coast, you might be able to become a virtual assistant for someone on the East Coast. So when they go to bed, they can wake up and have their emails completely organized. We've outlined many different ways to become a virtual assistant in our detailed How to Become a Virtual Assistant post below. And we've also recommended some communities that you can connect with if you're interested in this side hustle. Number 6 is driving with a rideshare app. So you've probably heard of Uber and Lyft, and you might be wondering, how much money can I actually make driving in my spare time? Spending a couple hours a day, if you just want to get out and meet some new people and get some fresh air, you can earn between $50 and $100. If you want to work more than 5 hours a day, the average Uber or Lyft driver can make between $100 and $200 a day. Thankfully, these platforms are now being much more transparent about how you can make money and how much you can make, as well as giving you more options to maximize your earnings. If you want to learn how to become a rideshare driver, check out our detailed reviews below and links to our partner sites. Number 5 on our list, as more and more people are traveling, Airbnbs have never been more valuable. The average price for an Airbnb has actually doubled in the past year, making this an increasingly lucrative side hustle if you have an extra room or you want to rent out your apartment. I get emails all the time from readers who are partnered up and they decide to put their place on Airbnb and then they just stay at their girlfriend or boyfriend's house when they rent it out. This is a pretty easy way to make $200 or $300 a night just renting out your apartment. Whether or not you want to become a full-time landlord in the future, starting an Airbnb is a great way to figure out whether you want to be a real estate investor and test out this side hustle. Number 4 is freelance work. Now, this is a very broad category, doing things like graphic design and logo design and proofreading and transcription. There's so many ways that you can freelance. And you used to have to go out and find your own clients and hustle to get business. But now, thankfully, due to platforms like Fiverr and Gumroad and Upwork, you can just create a profile in 5 minutes and upload your expertise and start applying to jobs. I have one friend, Melissa, who makes over $60,000 a year getting proofreading gigs just through Fiverr in her free time. Thankfully, these platforms have audiences that now you can get access to. Check out the links below to a number of these sites. Number 3, and my favorite on this list, is launching a blog. I've been hearing since 2015 that blogging is dead, but you're actually watching this video on a site that started as my personal blog, and I've made over $10 million blogging. It's never been easier to start a blog, and while of all the side hustles on this list, it's going to take the most amount of work until you make money, it's probably the most lucrative of all over time. You can see below where I link to how much money I've made blogging and exactly how I've done it, as well as sign up for my free 5-day email course about how to launch a profitable blog to dive in specifically on how to start a blogging side hustle. Number 2 might be the most profitable side hustle on the entire list. It's an offshoot of number 4 as a type of freelance work. It's proofreading and copy editing. As more and more content gets created online, it's important to make sure that that content doesn't have errors. And so bloggers and websites and writers are looking for people to proofread content, and the demand for this job has never been higher. One of the great things about proofreading is you can really do it in your own time, and you often will have a flexible timeline, and you can sit down and edit 3 or 4 blog posts or ebooks in one sitting for the week. There are many different proofreading communities that we've linked to below to help you learn more about this side hustle that you can pretty easily earn between $30 and $50 an hour. And number 1 on our best side hustles list is making deliveries. You've seen the drivers on their mopeds and bikes and cars delivering DoorDash, Instacart, and Uber Eats orders, and you might be thinking, could I make money doing that? Well, the short answer is you can make a lot of money doing it. Especially right now during a tight labor economy, platforms like DoorDash in my neighborhood are offering a $500 sign-up bonus just for doing your first delivery. With added transparency, it's never been easier to sign up for these companies and see how much money you could actually make doing deliveries a couple hours in your free time. While it's likely not going to replace your full-time job, if you want to get out and test out new restaurants and meet new people and connect with others, there's no better side hustle than making deliveries and starting to make extra money. And there you have it, my top 10 side hustles. This list is constantly changing as things change in the market. So I encourage you to check back to this post and Millennial Money often to see our most up-to-date list on the top 10 side hustles. Thankfully, we live in a time when it's never been easier in history to make extra money in our free time, and the opportunities only continue to get better.